All right. So we're going to talk about the top values of MDEP. What we bring as an OEM vendor, Yealink, what we bring to the MDEP powered device. So first, the deployment. So with the MDEP solution, it's going to provide you a much easier and simple way to deploy the MDEP empowered devices. So with the customer, because many customers are asking us for like fast and successful device deployment, and the devices like Yealink MeetingBar A40 built on MDEP that will provide enterprise customers, enterprise and the small customers with an enterprise level security level. And second, the enhanced management. On MTR solutions, we also made many customers, they are asking for management tools, because we know Windows-based solution, they can manage it by, like for example, Yealink management platform or Microsoft Teams Admin Center. But for Android solution, layer is indeed not a perfect way to manage the Android-based solutions. But with the MDEP built-on solution, for example, the Yealink MeetingBar A40, so it's going to provide a flexibility like needed to meet the unique requirements of the most organizations, which is a management. It helps them to deploy and manage their devices in a simple and cost-effective way. And also, it's important to note that MDEP, it can work with Microsoft solution, definitely, but it can also be managed by your choice of the management solutions, because Microsoft is going to provide the AP, and with the AP, it's going to allow the most management solutions to securely connect to the device and to easily manage the devices to any devices that built on MDEP. And also the security. Many customers, when we talk about Android, because when we talk about Android, they always think it's not secure enough. That's why many enterprise customers, they adopt the Windows-based solution. And right now, we are leveraging the Microsoft, we are backed with Microsoft reputation and also their experience of the platform development. So Microsoft, the MDEP is Android-based platform for Microsoft. And it also enables device managers and service providers to resell and advise providers to deliver innovative solutions backed with Microsoft reputation for security and for trust. And MDEP is the Android-based Android-based platform for Microsoft, and that also enables manufacturers and software developers teams to leverage many of the benefits that Microsoft can provide. For example, some of the best of security white papers, and not to mention that Microsoft is handling the update and also the patches of the Android platform. And with everything over together, we are providing a security platform that provides all the functions based on Microsoft Teams. And meanwhile, all the foundations, they are provided by Microsoft. So Microsoft, to make sure it's security and it's easy to deploy, it's also easy to manage remotely. So this will be a new experience for any customers who want to deploy the new Android-based solution. And with Yealink, again, we have been working with Microsoft for over almost 10 years already. And not to mention, we were the first vendor to release Microsoft Teams certified solution in the market. And actually, we were also the first vendor to release Android-based solution for Microsoft Teams Room. And today, actually, we want to feature our new MeetingBar solution A40, as well as the Touch Console, the CDP25. So here are some lights of our new A40 solution. It's Android 13. Again, this is the first Android 13-based solution, and it comes with MDEP. It's built on MDEP, and it can support a continued upgrade. So this is a real future-proof solution, and it equipped with two 48-megapixel cameras and two stage 2 images together to combine into a larger view. And built-in 8 microphones and the stereo speakers with Yealink second-generation AI audio technology. And with about the CDP25, it's a controller with 10.1-inch IPS screen. And with the touch console itself, it has the USB-C ports for direct sharing or BYOD or even for PD charging. And overall, you can find it's really easy for the deployment. One bar in the TV zone and another touch console on the table zone. And you just need one single cable connect from the touch console. So you can do content sharing or BYOD or charge your laptop directly. And about some key features, for the view angle, it supports 120-degree view of angle for the camera's specs. And for the AI technologies of the speaker and microphones, it's the second generation. It has built-in 8 beamforming microphones and stereo speakers to improve the audio quality, as well as Android 13 with a continual feature upgrade, support MDEP, and enhance security and the deployment experience. And for the CTP25, it's also Android 13 and MDEP supported, and support direct wire connection, just one single cable. It can do sharing BYOD simply. And let's look into more details about the bar itself. So with the IP design, it has a fluent looking and skin-like texture. So you can find later there are 2 cameras stitched together, but we also equip one electronic privacy shutter. So we can make sure the camera is not watching at you when it's not in use. So it's more for privacy protection usage. And for the dual eye camera system, so the camera can support a 120-degree view of angle, and it stitches 2 78-degree view angle tele-lens image to create an ultra-wide 120-degree view of image. And with the additional AI functions, so with it itself, for the A40 itself, it has all of these AI functions built in. So first one, IntelliFocus. So with the IntelliFocus, it's gonna to give up to 4 individual persons to give everyone one individual frame on the screen, and to do the real tracking. And at the meanwhile, it also provides another single frame for the room view. So for the participants from the far end, they can see everyone in the room clearly from the room view, but we can still focus on the conversation because the camera got to trigger on the active speakers automatically. And video fans and audio fans, this is a cool, nice solution, cool, nice feature for example, for small, medium size or for glass wall deployment, because indeed we don't want the camera to catch anyone outside of the glass wall. So the video fans or audio fans, this is a nice solution. So you can easily adjust the width or depth of the camera to make sure the camera can cover everyone in the meeting space, but at the meanwhile to make sure the camera gonna not to pick up anyone outside of the glass wall. And also auto framing, it's going to include everyone in the room, and also speaker tracking. The camera can trigger on and switching between active speakers automatically, and multiple focus to give up to 6 focus to up to 6 people in the frame in the meeting space, and also picture mode, one larger screen, one larger frame for the speaker tracking, and another frame, smaller frame for the auto framing. So these are all the AI technology on voice enhanced. So with this part, we're going to give you a quick demo later from our Dallas Customer Experience Center. And this is a new solution we developed with Microsoft. So for the new A40 meeting bar, it can support direct wire connection. So we just need one single cable from the touch console. So with this one single cable, it can do content sharing and BYOD, which means you can connect cable to your laptop. And after that, you are able to leverage the camera, speakers, microphones from A40, and you can have your meetings through your laptop. You can have a Google meeting or Bluetooth meeting or local meeting, whatever, and easily leverage the existing speaker microphone cameras in the meeting space, as well as the power charging. And also for the deployment of the touch console and the meeting bar, we support 2 ways deployments. First way, you are able to connect the meeting bar and the touch console directly. So one single cable, Cat5 cable, connect between the bar and the touch console. And with this kind of deployment, you are able to do one single sign up from touch console. So you can sign in the bar and the touch console at the same time. You are not necessary to sign in the touch console once and to sign in the meeting bar, the bar solution in a second time. But right now, just need one time. You can sign up 2 devices at the same time, and you can also deploy these 2 solutions by LAN deployment. Make sure these 2 devices they are under the same LAN, so they can sync up automatically. And after that, I'm going to hand over the session to my colleague Amber. So we're going to have a quick live demo of the A40. Hand over to you, Amber.
Webinar today. So I will be in charge of the demo. So before we get started, I'm actually using the bar to join the meeting now, and I have the actual bar with me. So maybe we can take a closer look of the bar. So here is the privacy shutter, and here there under the logo there will be an indicator light to show the audio status, whether the microphone is being muted or it's being muted. Then will show a red light over here. And at the back of it, you can see there are two HDMI ports. Two HDMI ports. So this bar will be able to support a dual screen. And here is the USB port. This one is more for you to pair with like an extended microphone. Like this bar can actually support a wireless microphone like I am holding right now. So there's a Type-C port here, then Type-C USB to pair with the bar. Then for you to expand the audio pickup range. Okay. One more is the USB port here, the Type-C port. So you can share the content through the touch panel, as Ryan just mentioned, and also there's a there's an alternative way that you can share directly from the bar. So actually, there are two ways to share the content. Okay, that's pretty much the introduction of the bar itself. Okay. So here is the touch panel. I have the touch panel over here, which is a 10-inch touch panel, and it comes with the Type-C cable. So this cable that you can use it for content sharing, and also you can choose to do a BYOD. So when you plug in the port to the laptop, then the touch panel will prompt you a message like, do you want to do a BYOD? Then you can just choose yes and no, as simple as that. Then you can enter the BYOD or just do the content sharing. And this port will also support to do some like charge your laptop during the sharing, because comes with a bundle. There is a PD power adapter that can be connected to the touch panel. Okay. Next, the bar itself is we have already got Zoom and Teams certified, so you can simply switch between the Teams version, native Teams or native Zoom. And there's one more feature we call BYOD mode. So during the initial setup, you have the flexibility to choose that the three different ways that you can use as a pure BYOD devices. Okay, next. Let's go to some demonstration of the AI cameras. All right. First of all, it's actually we call auto framing. This is a feature that's to give you a group shot of like everyone participating in the room. Right. I think it's detecting show over there. Yeah. So this feature is more like to give you a better shot of everyone that's participating in the room. You can invite one more. As you can see, how easily it can be transferred when there are more people to join in the room. All right, talk about the voice pickup range. The distance, actually, the bar itself can support up to like 20 to 25 feet, same as the camera pickup range. And the bar actually have an excellent noise cancellation. So let's try to make some noise. And I can even squeeze with the water bottle. Because this is how the true AI Gen 2 technology that is being used with this bar. Next, will be the speaker tracking. Oh, okay. To put someone here. Okay. All right. So the speaker tracking will be only like supporting to track the single speaker. Like, can I have my colleague to join then help me with the demonstration? You will see how is the transit between the two different speakers.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Sean speaking right here from this position. And you can see it's react really fast from one to the other active speaker within 1 to 2 seconds with the transit data and data out.
Yes. Come back to me. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. So this is for a single speaker tracking mode. And there's another feature we call it IntelliFocus, which will be able to track multiple active speakers. IntelliFocus. All right. So at the bottom there will be a room view. As you can see, let me get some paper clip here. Yeah. So and there will be a room view, and for there are also some equal view divided into. Right now it's 3. Actually, can support up to 4. So you will be like keep rotating to the active speakers. Let's say if you have a meeting room that with 6 or 8 participants in the room, and then you will be only tracking the active speakers and keep rotating to those non-active speakers. Yeah. We are. Let me invite one more here. It takes a while to detect. Oops. Okay. Now it goes. Yes. So yeah, it will be easier if we have a 5th participant here to join. Then you will see how it works. But
Yeah, so it'll give you like rotation experience. The tracking priority is the sound first, and then your leg movement. Then the camera can track who is speaking right there. If the 5th one start jumping in, the camera will just do the rotation. It doesn't matter how many participants within that space, right? For example, like 20 by 20 feet, you have like the 12 people, not a problem. If the 5th one start talking, he would just rotate in. That's how we design this rotation experience right here.
Okay.
As you can see, 2 of the paper colleagues that just jumped out of the meeting, it will just do the auto adjustment, go back to me and Amber here with the 2 division layout and also the room view at the bottom.
Okay. So I'm right now in an open space, and actually the bar have been configured with a video fence. So I will try the video fence areas within this edge. So when I'm in this area, I will be like being captured. So let's say if I move out.
From the bottom at the room view, you can see it's not tracking Amber anymore. So you can configure a video fence to track a certain space you want to configure. Sometimes probably the glass wall environment, you don't want people walking out back, or if you want to show the reflection from the glass. So you can configure a rectangular shape to define the video fence to only track the area you want.
Okay. Next thing is when you are in the multi-focus, within your individual frame, it will still track you. So it doesn't matter if I'm like moving or I'm sitting down or I'm standing, it will still track you very smoothly.
Whereas this more, yeah.
One feature is the picture-in-picture. This is Ryan has just mentioned. It's also like a active speaker, single speaker tracking. So I'm in the main screen to work as the active speaker, and at the bottom, at the up left corner, there will be still a room view, which this is called a picture-in-picture mode.
Yeah, still on the active single speaker. When I keep talking here, it will just jump on my face. Right, and you just frame me to the middle. And for that corner, we'll also have different configuration. You can do like a top right or the bottom left, 4 different squares you can configure, and different ratio you can do, like 1:16. We can also do like 1:9. You want to see the room view a little bit larger. Multiple ways you can configure. And the tracking speed, you can also adjust from low, medium to high. All right.
Okay, that's I guess that's pretty much all the demonstration for the bar. Hope you like the device, and I will pass back to Ryan. Thank you.